Hi, welcome. I'm Nikki Price, and this short video is a bit of an introduction into what confidence is, what it means to you, how does it make you feel, and this elusive, what is it? That's one of the things I get asked so often when I say to a class, why are you here? How can I help you? The one thing I get back time and time again is, I'd like more confidence, I'd like more confidence. So, what I want to talk to you about today is what I talk about in class. For me, confidence is just a word. It's just a bunch of random letters joined up together to put together this word, confidence. It becomes elusive. It also then becomes, if I'm being honest, sometimes a bit of a reason not to do something. I hear often, if I had more confidence, I'd do that. So if you hear yourself saying this, what is it that you're stopping yourself from doing? So I want to tell you a little story. When I was creating the I Am I Can course, which was about 3 years ago now, I was in a coffee shop in a garden centre not far from here, and I'd taken my books in and I'm busy scribbling and I'm busy writing, heads down, ideas are coming out all over this pad. And after about 3/4 of an hour, I kind of stopped and looked up and thought, right, I'll stop for a second now. And while I was looking around it, so it was a crowded cafe, you know, when we could go out, it's a crowded cafe. And this lady was quietly collecting the cups and saucers and plates from the table. And each table that she went to, she was just having a bit of a chat with the people on the table. How are you? Are you okay? What are you here for today? As we do. And I'm just watching this as I do. I've just come up. I'm mindfully just coming back into the moment. And she comes round to my table and she's, again, to myself, how are you doing? How you feel? I said, I'm fine, thank you. She said, oh, what are you doing there? I said, I'm writing a course involving, confidence and such things. She said, I wish I had confidence. So I sat there, I said, well, right, okay, that's interesting. So I said, what does confidence mean to you? What would you be able to do if you had confidence? She said, oh, confidence to me means that I can stand on a stage in front of 100 people and talk to them. I said, oh, right, okay. I said, just out of interest, is that something that you'd really like to be able to do? So she says, no, I'm not bothered about doing it. No. So I said, all right. Is this something that you have to do for your job? Is that something that, you have to do and help you with where you work? And she went, no. So I said, why are you setting a bar for the word confidence up here against something that you don't want to do or have to do? If you don't want to do it or have to do it, you're never going to do it. So therefore, in your mind, you're never going to become confident. I said, for me, I've just watched you go around to each of these tables talking to people who you don't know, you've not met before. Some you may have met before, they may have been in. But I said, you're just making small talk to people you don't know, walking up to strangers. I said, surely that's confidence. And I think for me, that's what I'd say to each and every one of you. Even if you're thinking you haven't got confidence, can I go with, you have? Because if you're watching this video right now, that takes an amount of confidence, because you've come to watch a video with someone you may or may not know who I am. That's about taking that step forward. So what does feeling confident feel like? For me, it's about doing something. That's what confidence is. You've done something time and time again and you feel comfortable. When you feel uncomfortable, that's where I'm going out of my comfort zone comes from. So when you're doing anything new, it feels as though you don't have confidence because it's uncomfortable. So if you say, instead of saying I'm not confident, so I'm just feeling uncomfy with this, that will help a lot more with how you move forward. We have every single one of us started somewhere at one point. So as an example, before we had this lockdown, if someone had said to me, will you do some virtual classes? Will you set up a YouTube channel? Will you do live Facebooks? Will you do a disco on a Friday night? The answer would have been no. Even though I do classes for a living, even though I talk for a living, and even though I used to be a DJ many years ago, the idea of doing them live or doing them as recording was not doing that. And I teach confidence. So we all have those points where we go, oh, not too sure. Now, of course, the lockdown then came along and I thought, well, I could sit at home and do some writing. I can do research. You can see behind me all of the bits and pieces that I've got, the worksheets that I've got. I can carry on doing that. And I thought, I'm missing that connection with people. I'm missing that being able to kind of get across some of the things that I've learned, some of the things I've struggled with. So it's kind of forced me. Now, You don't see the phone calls I make 2 minutes before I do one of these videos. Not so much now, but I did at the beginning of, I can't get this to work, or if I'm on a Zoom, I can't hear people, you know, and the lady who's helping me, Nick, who's helping me, turn and say, have you got the volume on? Oh yeah, forgot about that. Which I just learned to laugh at myself at. But when you've got like half a dozen people sat there on screen waiting for you and they can't hear you, it's dead easy to panic and think, I can't do it. Or you can just go, hang on, and there will be a reason for this, and find out the answer. Now, I know before I go on a Zoom call to make sure my volume's on. But there'll be times, if I forget it, I know what to do next time. So it's not about feeling confident. It's about confidence comes from doing things that you are comfortable with. And I'm hoping that will help you change your mindset. So if we've got a class and someone's walking into a class for the first time, there's 10 people there they don't know, that to me takes confidence and bravery and strength. To come in and meet someone, sit with people who you don't know, it takes confidence for you to log on and do this, because what you're doing also is you're showing a tiny little bit of yourself by going, I need some help. Now, for me, it takes a lot to be vulnerable, so I understand that. But for you to do that with me, it's a great honour. But I also do that with other people. I had a conversation today with one of my managers and just said, I like this bit, I can do this bit with my eyes shut, but this bit I'm struggling with. And right away, actually, he then turned around and said, right, give me that and that, I'll do that bit for you, and you do the rest of it. So I know I can get on with the bits that I'm really good at. But what I will also do by him helping me is I will learn how to do these bits. Now, it'd be dead easy to go, can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm not confident enough. I'm not trained in that. Or I can think to myself, this would be really helpful for me. By learning new things, it engages your brain. And when your brain is used in a positive way, when it's learning something new, or it's reading something positive, or it's watching something that's good for you, then what that does is it stops the bit in the back of your head that goes, you can't do this, you're no good, what are you doing? All those things that you'll all have said at some point because you've either heard someone else say it, or you've learned to say it yourself. So for me, that's what confidence means. It's a word. It's what we're able to do by taking small steps and joining into something that you want to do. Wanting to do it is huge. It's no point pushing yourself into something you don't want to do, because you might try it once and give up. But if it's something you really want to do, like learn confidence and learn things, then thank you for your bravery and thank you for stepping forward. So I wanted just a real quick thing as well, because people say to me, Nick, how do you always look so confident? I'll be honest with you, there's a really good saying, fake it till you make it. I have learned how to stand, how to sit, how to look, how to talk with regards to looking confident. So if we was in class now, I would have everybody up and I would have everybody walking round, and I would say to someone, so just try it now while you're here with me. No one can see you. So while we're here, try it with me. So if I say to you, can you sit in a way where you're feeling down, or you're feeling uncomfortable, what would your body be doing? So if I do the same with you, I'll stop looking at camera, do the same with you. It would tend to be head down, shoulders down. Your voice would probably talk a lot different. Might not be interested. Or if we're feeling uncomfortable, we can't do it, it's definitely head down. I might talk a little bit quicker, and I'm not too sure what I'm doing because we're breathing, I can't. So it's about learning how to sit or stand. And for me, if I sit like this, and shoulders back, so I'm not too far back, but shoulders back, head up, and I'm able to make eye contact. So I'm able to look at where I'm going, I'm able to smile, I'm able to get started. It's about if you look confident, you will then be able to portray that, which will then make you feel it. There has been many a time I have walked into a room full of people where I've not known them and I thought, I don't want to do this. What am I doing here? You know what time you say, yeah, I'll do that. And then you get and think, why am I doing this? And actually, by the time I finished, I'm glad I have, because I've connected with some really good people and I've made some good friends. I went to a seminar not too long ago, actually, and there were hundreds of other females there, and I made some really good friends, really good connections. And I wanted to go, and I wasn't going to go, and my husband went, get yourself gone, it'll do your world of good. And do you know what? He was right. And more importantly, I was really proud of myself. Really proud of myself for doing something that was really what felt like outside my comfort zone, because I hadn't done anything like that for a while. So I'm hoping that helps you to see that confidence is that step outside your comfort zone, and you can do it in small steps. So if we've not done something for quite some time, do it in a small step. If you've not been out for a while, because that happens, especially after lockdown, once they've said we can go out, it's going to feel a bit weird. So what you can do potentially there is look to maybe just, even if it's just out into the garden or out into the street, have a wander up and down the street and come back. You don't have to make it the biggest thing. I've got 15 jobs on my list of things to do, unless you want to do that. So if you do that on day 1 and day 2, do similar or a bit more, and on day 3, and that's how you build it up, because all of a sudden leaving the house, getting on a bus, going somewhere, won't feel as uncomfy. If you've got an appointment to go somewhere and you're a bit unsure, and you're able to go the day before so you know where you're going. That's what I do. I always kind of make sure I get somewhere early or in plenty of time. I make sure that I know where I'm going. If I'm going in the car, make sure I know where I'm going to park, because all of those things are things that cause stress. So it's just a little bit of planning before, a little bit of thought, and if in doubt, ask. If in doubt, as I did with my boss today, if in doubt, ask, I'm not too sure. Do you think you could help me? Can you tell me where such a place is? Because everybody has to do that. And if you get one of the grumpy buggers in life that come along, just smile and nod. There'll be someone else, because people, as you will have noticed recently, want to help. So I hope that helps. That's kind of the end of what is confidence, what does it mean? And I look forward to seeing you in the next part. Thank you very much.